right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
Tony. Man, I feel like it's been forever and a day.
When are we going to get back on track to where it's weekly with no interruptions?
Well, I don't know, Mr. Jet Setter. When are we?
This got to be the last one I'm taking. I'm done. I'm not going anywhere anymore.
Is that you talking or your bank account at this point?
We'll get into it, but like I think I said this on the last episode, this trip really wasn't going to cost me anything.
Okay.
We'll get into it, you know.
All right.
But before we go into this past week, how you been?
Good, man. You know what, dude? I have been kind of babying my knee the last couple of weeks, just kind of making sure that it heals right. And I went back this last Friday, and they did that wave machine again. And this time when he put it on my knee, there was very, very small portions that hurt, and the pain was minimal. And then got up and walked right out, dude. Like, I have very little pain. There's just sometimes I feel a little swelling at the end of the day, but again, I think that's just because of the kind of chair that I sit in at work, where my legs kind of hanging off. And I can't take any kind of anti-inflammatories.
Okay.
Because the stem cells are natural in anti-inflammatories. So I can't, after I get the wave done, I got to wait 3 days before I can take anything for the swelling. So then I just got to come home and put ice on it. So like today and tomorrow, I can take those. And this week, Thursday, I'm doing the what do you call it? So it's
doing the wave again?
Yeah. Doing the wave Thursday, and then my follow up with the actual doctor to see how I'm progressing and doing all that. But dude, I feel like I can walk just fine. I did a mile out on a trail.
You went hiking?
Well, that's what I called it. Hey, we're gonna go hiking, and my sister was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go hiking," and it was me, my sister, my brother's wife, and the 2 kids. And I thought, like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm ready. Let's go hiking. Like, let's go. Let's fucking put it in the action. Let's see what happens. So we went to this place in Rancho Mirage, and it was just fucking flat. And bro, I am so out of shape. Like, we walked half a mile in and half a mile back, right? So at about a quarter of a mile, I was like, ooh, we did, wee, wee, and just trying to catch my breath through the walk. We made it about halfway, and I was like, all right, this is my knees starting to... And we got to a point where we'd have to go down and across the gully, or whatever the wash, and then climb up on the other side. I said the climbing upward isn't what I'm worried about. It's having to keep my legs straight when I'm coming down. Like, to brace myself to come down. I don't know if it has the strength to do that. I said, so let's just walk here to the half, and then we'll walk back and go have breakfast.
So how long of a walk was it to and from? How long would you say you walked?
Maybe about an hour.
Oh, wow.
Maybe 45 minutes. Just because I was being gentle with it. I didn't want to push too hard. And then the girls stopped, and they were running up and down the hill, and I'm like, yeah, fucking show-offs. But the knee feels really, really good, dude. Like, it's such a trip to, I don't have to worry about the stability. Because before it was like getting up was like, all right, I gotta make sure I can stand on it before I get up. I can get up. There's no problem anymore.
How many visits do you have left with the doctor?
I have one more wave, which will be this week, and then the first month checkup.
And are you done after that?
I think so. After that, yeah.
So after that, how long do you think you'll baby it before you just take it for?
I think if he clears me on Thursday, let's get her done. Let's go. I'm ready to give it a shot. Now it's just going to be building up the endurance, because I spend most of my time on the couch or on my bed, so I don't really have the endurance to go right now. But it'll be starting to move. And then I'll be taking on Tito out there playing basketball. Me and Rob shooting ball.
So what you been doing?
I think
2 weeks.
Yeah, that's been about it, dude. Like, we went to We went there, and then we went for breakfast at Palms. The Palms. I don't know where that's. It's right there on just past Kobe's on 111.
Okay, yeah, that's little not shopping center, but little.
Yeah, it's kind of like a shopping center. Yeah, they have like antique stuff there
Yeah.
for like your home and stuff like that. And then that restaurant, and then they have a Thai place right there
Is
next
that really
to
a
it.
restaurant? I thought that was more of like a little eatery that people who work in that thing could just stop by and just get something and go back
I don't
to
know,
work.
dude. People were coming in and out.
And they had seating and everything?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it goes into the foyer right there, because they all have shared bathrooms. So you go into the foyer, and all the buildings that are there share those bathrooms there in that building.
I would have never thought to go there to eat.
You know what? My sister-in-law and my sister knew about it. They were like, "Oh yeah, we used to, when we were putting together something out of their walks or whatever that they were doing, they would go there." So they knew about it. It was really good though, dude. It was really like a nice little kind of quiet, hidden place. It seemed like a lot of golfers went there.
Huh.
But the food was really good, dude.
I'll tell you what, the other day, a couple weeks ago, I had to go downtown Palm Springs for something. I had to go to a UPS store
Okay.
on Palm Canyon. And I got out of the car, and it was in the morning. And bro, this smell hit me. Like, it was so good. I was like, oh my God. And I looked, there's a restaurant across the street, I think it was called Bonitas.
Oh,
Dude,
good, huh?
I don't know. I told my old lady we're gonna have to hit it though. After that smell, oh my God, bro.
Why didn't you go then?
I don't know. I don't remember what I was doing.
Because you were afraid your old lady was going to yell at you for going without her. You ain't got to lie, dog. It's okay. You married. We understand, bro. We get it.
But that smell was like, oh man.
Is it like Mexican food? or
Yeah,
is it-
it's a Mexican restaurant.
Oh, man.
But it didn't smell like Mexican food per se. It just, it's just spices and it was incredible.
That's
to
the
smell.
best,
Yeah.
dude. There's this place that's right around the store from where I'm working. And, we order there like, I don't know, 4 times a week, probably, maybe 3 times a week. And, like I'll get a breakfast burrito, but then I get they have this ranchero sauce that they put on certain food that's got like onion and bell peppers. And then it has, tomato and tomatillos and shit like that in the actual sauce. My God, that shit is so bomb, bro. So bomb.
There was a time when my nephew and I, Steven, we were on the hunt. He nicknamed it the BBB,
Okay.
the best breakfast burrito. And we'd like hit a spot like, no, this is not the one. No, this is not. We never found it.
No?
No.
guys-
I guess we stopped looking. We got busy with work.
Gave up, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, they all
Is
taste
this
the
gonna be
same.
the BBB?
So like, I've always seemed it. So there's 2 things with Mexican restaurants. If the beans aren't good, probably everything else is gonna be bad. So if you get a burrito and the beans aren't quality, that's gonna shut it down right there. But then you get one where they add potato, and sometimes they don't really cut the potato. Like, you get a whole fucking potato, like just a round potato in the middle of the burrito.
Stop.
Be like, bruh, come on, you could at least dice it up a little bit. Fuck, bro. I don't want just a fucking log of potato. Like, come on, man, hook it up. It might not be that bad, but it looks like a whole fucking potato. We might have to start that up again. The best breakfast burrito.
The other day, my wife and I were driving on Palm Canyon. I don't remember why. But we passed that I Love Mac and Cheese spot. And I was like, man, we still got to go there.
Yeah.
I got to pick something up and bring it to the show so we can do our taste test.
Yeah, try that out, dude. That sounds really good.
Maybe now that hopefully I'll be slowing down with work because of the weather changing.
Oh yeah.
I'll be able to hit that up before I come.
Oh, this is your time of season where it just kind of mellows out for you.
Yeah, as soon as it stops getting hot and no more wind.
Right on. Well, yeah. This week, this Friday I'm going to. I got to go cover a store in Calexico. That'll be cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never been there, but I heard the food's good. So, and they're paying for my trip and everything to go out there. All right, cool. Fuck it, I'll go. Might as well try it out, right?
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm gonna go to Del Taco. What about you, man? How's it? What else did I do while you were gone? I went to that restaurant again. It's called the Bistro inside Fantasy Springs, and it's upstairs, and it's like it's this little hole in the wall, dude. But it's like a steak place, and my sister has points, and when she gets enough, she'll be like, "Hey, let's go to dinner." All
Well,
right.
again, isn't it one of that spot where you go in and you got to walk down? The hostess is upstairs, and then she brings you downstairs to the seating area.
No, everything is upstairs. So like when you go upstairs, and so you have Oscar de la Hoya's bullshit over here, and then you have the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. Just to the right of the chocolate factory is the restaurant. It's really like they have like maybe 20 spots there at a bar.
I'm almost. I got to see it for myself.
Bro, let me tell you.
I think I've eaten there. First of all,
I think you have.
But I could almost swear the hostess desk is right there. Isn't there like a Starbucks right next to it too?
I believe so. I believe there is one upstairs.
So I gotta check it out because I'm so confused.
Maybe you went upstairs thinking that it was the what do you call it? And they sent you back downstairs to it.
No, I could almost swear that upstairs there's a hostess standing at a podium, and you kind of check in with her, and then she brings you downstairs to the restaurant.
Oh.
And there's an elevator right next to it, I think.
I believe there is an elevator next to it, but we've never gone downstairs. We've always just eaten there.
Unless there's 2 floors, and maybe there's a hostess downstairs and upstairs.
We've never been to the downstairs one, so I don't know.
All right.
But we went in, and dude, I've never had a more expensive hamburger in my life, but it was worth every fucking penny. They have this Wagyu burger. Is that Wagyu? Is that what you said? They have this Wagyu burger, bro. Holy shit, it's delicious. And then they say, do you want steak fries or whatever else? So you say, yeah, steak fries, and they almost look like twice baked potatoes.
Oh,
they
wow.
have cheese and bacon on them, and you're like, oh my god, dude, so fucking good, bro, so good. You gotta. If you haven't and if you don't really remember, you need to go again.
What'd you get? What did you eat the first time?
I had a steak the first time I
Okay.
went, and that shit was bomb.
Okay.
It was really, really good. And I think this was our third trip because I had meatloaf one time that I went.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf, bro.
Oh my god! How do you go to a steak place and get meatloaf?
It's just grinded meat, made it into a patty with some kind of sauce over it. I didn't care for the sauce too much. It was okay.
I'll be honest with you. When my parents used to make meatloaf, it was pretty bomb back in the day.
Right? I remember my mom's when I was a kid that was really fucking good. And then as she started getting older and she'd start forgetting shit.
Right.
Be like, hey, why is there a bottle of Pepto-Bismol in the what do you call it?
You know the funny you mentioned that because my mom, she tries to add shit, and it's like, no, just keep it the way you used to do it. And it's just because she has it. She goes, oh, let's try it with this. And it's like, you blew it.
Yeah, she wants something. Oh, I want something new. No, we'll take you out for something new. You don't need it.
One time, my family and I, we like sliders
Okay.
in the little Hawaiian rolls.
Right.
Slamming. But, they make Hawaiian hamburger buns now.
Okay.
They make Hawaiian hot dog buns. They used to, I haven't seen it in a while, to be honest with you. They used to make like a loaf that was round.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty big.
Yeah, my dad used to eat that just like it was a treat.
Yeah, you cut that like a cake.
Right.
So I had the bright idea to make this big ass hamburger. So it was like a meatloaf, but it was like a patty.
Right.
But it was humongous. it didn't work out that well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just
Broke apart.
I don't remember. Maybe I didn't cook it long enough. It just, we just stuck with sliders.
Don't try that again.
Yeah, no.
That was very delicious, honey, but don't do that again.
No, I did it, so.
Oh, okay. That's fucking hilarious. I've never been, like, when I cook, I try not to get too adventurous. Like, I know what I like, and I'll make it the way I like it, because I don't want to fuck it up. But, my mom was pretty good about, up until the end there, where she was starting to deviate. Her food was always really good. The one that was always really adventurous was my mother-in-law. One time she was making something, and she said, well, it needs cilantro, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to use dill. They're about the same, right? No, they're fucking totally two different tastes. Don't do that. I'll go to the store and get you cilantro if you need cilantro. Don't put fucking, I already put dill in there. God damn it. So, yeah, it's kind of funny. She's a funny lady. I've never been too adventurous when it comes to that shit. Like, I want my food to taste the way it's supposed to taste.
Did you just go to the casino for the restaurant, or did you guys, was there a show or anything?
No, we just went to go eat. I met her on the way home. She called me because we hadn't talked in a while. She was like, hey, well, let's go to dinner. All right. So we went and hung out for a while. We didn't even fucking gamble that night. It was just that kind of day. It was like, I gotta go. And so we hung out there for a little while and then cut out. And she had called me about going to the game of not condors, what are they called? The Firebirds. But I didn't get out of work till late that day, so I was like, I can't make it. So, but I could put yours on. We'll call and you can go. I'm good. I don't want to rush around. I'm good, thank you.
What game would that have been? Do you remember the date?
I believe it was the homecoming game or whatever the word.
The opening.
There you go,
night?
opening season game. Yeah.
Okay. Opening. I went to the last game of the preseason, and I don't know. I shouldn't say the last game. It might have been the only game, the only preseason. I don't know.
Okay.
But it was definitely the one before the opening day, which was a Sunday. So we went on a Friday.
Okay.
My niece Jackie and her fiance Jesse, they're season ticket holders.
Oh, okay.
So they weren't going to make it to that game. So they gave me the tickets, Hilda and I.
Oh, cool.
And so Luis and his family are ticket holders as well. So we met Luis for dinner right here at San Miguel.
Oh, nice.
Prior to the game. His daughter, she lives out here in Thousand Palms somewhere.
Who?
Melissa, little Melissa. She lives with her boyfriend out here.
Okay.
And so from dinner, they were going to go pick them up. And so we were just going to meet at the arena.
Okay.
Which we did. So this is of that Friday. So, we park. We actually met in the parking lot. They happened to show up at the same time we did after dinner. And so we walk in, bro. And everything, when you're walking in, they scan your ticket. They security checks you out. You walk through maybe some metal detectors. I don't really remember. It was a little slower this time, which was odd.
Okay. Maybe somebody didn't come in.
Yeah, maybe. No, everything was full. The scanners were working a little slower, scanning tickets and stuff, and it was just not normal. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
So, I wanted to get some gear. I want to get a sweatshirt, a hoodie, and a baseball hat. So whenever I go to games, I have my official uniform.
Okay.
So we go, they have a little store right there, little pop-up little store at the arena for clothing. So we walk in there and it's black, dude. It's dark in there. People are walking around, customers walking around with their cell phone, flashlights on, looking at stuff, merch. Thought it was weird. It was hot in there. They were like, oh, the power is out. We're like, oh, okay.
Power's out?
Yeah. So we're like, all right. So I couldn't find a hoodie, but I got a baseball cap. I think my old lady got some Firebird earrings. They were able to run our credit card. They have a...
sure, that fucking worked.
Yeah. So we go into the arena, and it's a little darker than what I expected. No biggie. So I do. You know me. I go straight to the ice cream.
Oh yeah,
Mr.
that's your
Softy.
spot. Yeah.
That's dude. If I'm going, that's what I'm going for. Forget the game. Game is secondary.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm going to the game, that's fine. But my primary objective is to get that ice cream. And I'm thinking I might go at the beginning of the game, and I might get another one on the way out. Because I don't go there often.
Okay.
Straight to the ice cream, right? And there was only one person in line in front of me. I was like, cool.
Was that kind of weird? Is it usually?
Yeah, there's usually a line. I was like, cool. So I'm waiting, and the person in line is talking with the people working the stand. And so the guy looks at me, the customer looks at me, he goes, oh, you in line for ice cream? I said, yeah. He goes, yeah, they're not selling any. And I was like, are you serious? This is the whole reason I'm here. And he goes, well, if you want to wait, I'm waiting because the power is out, so the machines aren't working or anything.
Oh shit.
I was like, oh. So then I started looking around, and some of the other places, people are just standing in line just to stand in line. There's no transactions going on.
Wow.
If you remember, they got people with the big tubs, the big crates of ice with drinks.
Yeah.
They're selling stuff because they got the mobile credit card readers.
Don't they have their own power hub there at
Well, here's the thing. There's still music blaring. So I'm thinking something's going on around the floors or whatever. So we're like, all right, cool. We go to our seats. We pass. They had the tickets are like right below one of the main bars.
Okay.
That bar's not selling anything. So we go to our seats, and I notice the scoreboard is not lit up. And then I notice there's nobody skating around. There's nobody practicing. And I'm thinking, and my old lady and I were looking at each other. We'll be with you shortly. We'll get this game started. But again, there's power because there's still lights. The music's still blaring.
Probably the emergency.
Water and sodas are free. Go to any of the bars that are open. You get them for free. So I told my lady, I said, I'll go get some sodas, water. I'll get us a drink. So I'm in line.
But that's good, though. That's smart.
Oh, yeah.
That's good customer service. That's good.
So I'm in line. Now, it's a big bar. Each side holds, let's say, 4 bartenders
Okay.
with their registers. None of the registers are working.
It's all right. They're not being charged.
Well, people are buying drinks just like I was going to buy a drink as well.
Okay.
So there's one girl walking around with that cordless battery-operated credit card machine.
Right.
Hitting all 8. So she's like walking in a circle. She'll ring up whomever is in front. They tap their card, give them the receipt, and she'll walk to the next bartender. If they're buying something, boom, and do that. So once you pay, the next person will come up and they'll get your drinks, but you got to wait for that girl to come back around in order to pay for it. So, bro, okay. So I got 2 drinks, 2 waters, 2 sodas, a beer, and a wine for my old lady. Go back, sit down. My old lady says, I don't think they're going to play tonight. They just removed the hockey goals because you know how they're in the ice?
Right.
And I look, and sure enough, it's just smooth ice. Luis sits somewhere else, so we're waving to him and stuff. About another 20 minutes goes by. They're still saying, be patient, da-da-da. And so I'm telling my old lady, I said, we might as well just roll because my old lady's got to work in the morning.
Wow.
And it's like, so I call Luis. I'm like, yo, we out, kid. And he's like, yeah, I don't think they're gonna play tonight, but we're gonna stick it out. I was like, all right, I'm out. So at this time, it's probably pushing 8 o'clock, 8:30 maybe.
Oh wow.
We walk out. As we're walking out, the people who are checking, the security, thank you, have a good night. Sorry about the inconvenience, da da da. And we're like, oh, no problem, not your fault. But then I start thinking, hold up, shouldn't they be telling people when you're walking in, hey, by the way, the power's out?
Yeah, something.
You know what I mean? It's a little heads up.
Yeah.
I have to admit, they still made some money because people were still buying.
Because they was
beers.
thirsty.
Yeah,
Being that hot ass dome.
I dropped almost $100 on gear.
Holy shit.
You know, so they're still doing some transactions, but again, it's like, yeah. By the way, there's no power.
Right.
You know, you might want to know that going
You might
in.
not want to spend your $100 tonight. Go back on tonight when
And
there's actually
so,
gonna be a game.
as we're going through the parking lot, dude, it's pitch black because there's no lights in the parking lot.
Oh shit.
It was a trip. It was pitch black out there, kid.
Mm.
So we leave. The
Apocalypse style.
the next day, I text with Luis. He said, yeah, about 15 minutes after I left, they called it. They said, we're not going to have a game tonight. Sorry, da-da-da. So he says, you know, people are booing them and shit. So he's walking out. He says, as they're walking through the parking lot, all the electricity goes back on. All the lights turn on.
Oh, shit. So did they change their mind and say, yeah, come back?
No,
come back.
they said the players were already cold, like they were warmed up anymore.
Right. Wow. That's got to be a huge. That's a decent loss though, right? Like
It is.
what's a game? 3 hours?
I don't think it's that long. I think there's like 3 20-minute periods, 15-minute
So
periods.
2 hours maybe?
Yeah, probably between all the timeouts and the halftime and.
Because
Or
that's
not
a lot.
halftime, but-
Because we went the last time we went, there was like 4 beers, and that was almost $100, right? 4 or 5 beers.
something like that.
That shit was pretty hefty, dude. I was like, God damn.
So that was that Friday, and on the way home, so it kind of worked out because on the way home on the radio, I heard that Gary Owens, the comedian, was going to be at Casino Morongo,
Oh, okay.
and I heard it, and I told my old lady, I said, "Did they say Gary Owens?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh shit, I wouldn't mind seeing him because he's a funny dude."
He's very funny, dude.
So we wound up going the next night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was took a drive to Casino Morongo. I ain't been there in a minute.
What does it look like inside now? Does it look like a real like Vegas joint?
You
or
know,
does
it's funny you say that. We went the last time we were there was when Wahlburgers opened.
Okay.
We went with Ivan and Marta. We wanted to check it out.
Okay.
But we went kind of like straight there to where it was at. So the casino still looked like the casino. So it does look like a Vegas casino, yes.
Okay.
But this time, we wanted to try. I heard reviews about the market. It's called the marketplace now, where you eat.
Okay.
Like they changed the buffet. Apparently, it's more like a sit-down buffet where, you sit down obviously, but it's more like a restaurant / buffet. Apparently,
you just tell them what you want and they'll bring it to you.
well, apparently there's it's more like there's 3 sections, just like a buffet. There's like an American section, an Asian section. But I think you place an order in that section and maybe they bring it to you when it's done.
Okay.
Something along those lines. I think it's like $70 a person.
Oh wow.
Maybe 60. Something 99. 59.99.
That shit gotta be good though. Fuck.
I heard it's good. Now, when we got there, the show was at 8.
Okay.
When we got there like at 6:30, because we were planning on eating 6:30. We went to that marketplace. The first opening was like at 9 o'clock,
Holy shit.
so it's probably got to be good.
Right.
So we passed the where they had the little food, like the food court.
Okay.
That looks normal, or like a mall almost. But then we went by a bar, and we decided to eat there. So when you say, is it like Vegas now? This bar, I've never seen it before, so it's got to be new.
Okay.
And it was nice in there, kid.
Really?
Real nice. There was a half an hour wait. It's like a restaurant with a bar, I should say.
Okay.
But she said, if you could find a spot at the bar, you could eat there as well. So we went in, walked around the bar, and we were able to find 2 seats. And let me tell you, the food was actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, it was. And what sucked was 25% of the tables were empty. So why is there a half an hour wait? I don't think they had the staff.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, write down what your next thought is going to be real quick because we're going to come back to it. I want to throw something out because you said we took a spot next to him at the bar, which is that old Beastie Boy line, right? I took a seat next to him at the bar. Remember that song?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay. So have you watched them? That it's on. I think it's on HBO, and it's just called the Beastie Boys, and it's the two guys that are still alive, and they put on like an hour and a half show about how they came to be, their rise, and where they are now.
No, I haven't seen that.
Bro, those motherfuckers are bad, bro. Like, I've always been a Beastie Boy fan, right? But if you sit back and you think about the time that they came up amongst the groups that were out at the time, those motherfuckers were revolutionary, bro. Like, it was fucking huge. And then come full circle to go back to do what they were doing before they became hip hop stars and be successful at that as well. They're fucking amazing, bro. But if you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor and check it out. It's really kind of cool.
I guess when they were starting, I used to work with a dude when I was at the rental car business, and he told me in the mid 80s or late 80s actually, he said he went to, I want to say he went to go see Madonna.
Okay.
They opened
for
Forum.
her.
Yeah, okay. He said where they parked a Volkswagen, I don't know if it was a Bug or if it was a van. He said where they parked and they were like walking in, a van pulled up, or a Volkswagen. I remember it was Volkswagen. He said these three white boys walked out. Chains, baggy denim, Adidas, hats backwards. We were like, look at these fools. And he goes, and then we go inside. You know, they were, I guess, drinking and stuff outside. Went inside. Opening act were those same three white boys called the Beastie Boys.
Yep.
He goes, and they were just parked right next to us. They didn't, they were just starting out, I guess.
Yep.
I was like, really?
Yeah, like they were talking about. They talked about that event and how. Okay, so what are we gonna do? How do we open for fucking Madonna? Like, we can't go out. Like, we gotta fucking fuck you guys. We're gonna make a name for ourselves while we're out there. We're gonna let everybody run home and call their fucking cousin. Dude, have you heard of the fucking Beastie Boys? Do yourself a favor. But I just wanted to throw that out there because you said that line and it reminded me. Do yourself a favor and watch that shit.
So, my wife and I, we were hungry, but we just wanted something to nibble on.
Right.
So we ordered drinks, and we actually ordered a club sandwich that we were going to share.
Okay.
And because it was big, we saw somebody else order it. And
Club
it was
sandwiches
like, oh,
are
shit.
good, dude.
Dude, it was off the hook. The fries were slamming.
Really?
Oh my God, it was good.
It's amazing how many people fuck up fries.
You know what? You're right.
I can't find for the life of me, like in Coachella, where nobody knows that. Like, I'll order something. Hey, make the fries extra crispy. And that motherfucker come out like string cheese has been left out in the sun all fucking day. Like, nothing, bro. Like, bro, you just dipped them in? Let them sit for a while. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So what I'm trying to say is the food was good. This bar, like I said, well, I should say restaurant with a bar, because that's really what it was. And then they had other places to eat as well. They had a high-end restaurant on the other side of the casino.
Okay.
So the casino is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty nice.
I haven't been there since 87, 88, something like that.
Before the Wahlburgers, I hadn't been there in years.
Yeah.
We went when they first opened the new casino with the nightclub upstairs on the top floor.
I thought you were going to tell me that we last went to go play bingo at the big hall.
I did that back in the day, too. But when they first, they had the top floor was a casino.
Okay.
And that was off the hook. That was nice because the windows, you're really high up. And they had nothing but glass all around.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was nice. I don't know what they do up there now. Because I'm pretty sure, other than Vegas and let's say LA and those kind of places, I think nightclubs are a thing of the past now.
You think so? Well, yeah, I would think like Vegas and shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but out here, there's no nightclubs. There's
which that's because people get shot out front. Ain't nobody want the insurance.
yeah, you probably got a point, but yeah,
There's actually a new one here in town somewhere, and I think it's in Palm Springs, and it's I wish I would have remembered the name, but it's it's supposed to be like a Hispanic place, because of course I work in Coachella, so that's what I would know about. You know what I mean? Not a hey, there's a new fucking country bar in town. No, it's some sort of Mexican-ish, Chicano-ish, Latinx-ish kind of bar. It's supposed to be dope.
but I mean, as like downtown, you got the Village Pub still.
Okay.
You got. That's really all I know, to be honest with you. But it's
You got O'Neill's. You got the Nest. You got
okay. Well, you kind of proving my point. Ain't no young kids going to a club no more. When you go to
they're
the,
doing these festivals now. They're
Well-
saving their money to go do that.
when you go to these Village Pub, ain't nobody wearing a collared shirt. You remember? I used to go to Zelda's, Cecil's. Ain't no tennis shoes. You gotta have a collared shirt. No baseball caps. No t-shirts.
All right.
Lucky if they let you in with jeans.
So look, if you're just tuning into this show and you've never heard it before, Tony and I are both in our 50s. So what he's talking about, if you want to do yourself a favor and figure out what kind of, look up Google fucking Miami Vice. And I'm sure you can go to YouTube and find an episode and watch it, because there was plenty of nightclub scenes in that show. And any one of those scenes would have been what any nightclub during that era would have looked like. Fair?
Yeah.
Who are you, Crockett or Tubbs?
I was more of a Crockett. I mean, Tubbs, he was always with the suit and tie. You know what I'm saying? He was always, I mean, don't get me wrong. Now a suit and tie is off the hook.
Right. But not here in the desert, though. Fucking business people don't even dress like that.
Yeah, but Crockett was like too leisure. You know, he was wearing them sandals with no shoes.
Yeah.
You know, not sandals, but
Yeah, the sandal.
Slip-on
the
sandals.
closed-toe. Fuck. The Havanas. Is that what they were called?
So, back to the restaurant. Now, again, we shared and it was more than enough. We were good, satisfied, I should
Can
say.
I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
And be honest. Is it more than enough at 50, or is it really like if anybody ordered it, it would be more than enough?
If anybody ordered it, it'd be more. It was a big sandwich.
Okay.
And then you got to remember, it's like a double decker.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They cut it in fours,
Yeah, yeah.
so
You make me want a club sandwich right now.
it was good, kid. I ain't gonna lie, it was real good. But at one, and they got other food there. They use steaks, whatever. I mean, we were looking at some of the shit that was coming. It's like, man, that looks good. But somebody ordered, kid, in a glass. What they call it? A goblet.
Probably, yeah.
A thick glass.
Like where they do shrimp cocktail in.
Yes,
The Mexican
big.
Mexican shrimp
Yeah,
cocktail.
but this was big, kid,
Okay.
and it had vanilla ice cream in it,
Ooh.
and it looked like it was like, let's say, white chocolate flakes on it.
Yeah.
And dude, it looked so good. It looked like white gold to me. It was like, as they were bringing it out to this person, my old lady's, look. I looked at it. I swear to God, dude, it had like an aura around it. And she goes, "You gonna order it, right?" And I was like, "Oh, I wish I could, but I can't. It'll take me over the top." So had our meal. Then we went to go to watch the show. Show was pretty good. It was real good, actually.
How was the room?
That threw me for a loop.
So what I mean by that is is it like a small venue where it's up close and personal, or is it more like, like Fantasy Springs when they do like the Matt Rife show where
No,
it's
smaller.
Okay. Smaller, okay.
It's a conference room, ballroom.
Okay.
Good size. Don't get me wrong.
Flat seating or
flat
stadium?
seating?
Okay.
That's what threw me off.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be like permanent seats type deals, like in a stadium or a
Right.
theater. But no, they were just like you see in a conference room. They're not fold seats, foldable.
Right.
They're just and then they. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's perfect size. Not a lot. It was almost packed. So I'll say there was probably 5. I don't know how many people. To be honest with you, I couldn't guess.
So he didn't sell it out?
What 95, 98% packed. Let's say on my side there was probably 20 seats open,
Ooh, that's a lot.
and I was on. There's a center and then there's a left and a right.
I wonder if the show that you caught was an add-on show, because I would have to believe Gary Owen could sell a show out, and then be able to add an extra one, and almost sell that one out, or maybe it's his third one of the night.
Well, no, it was the only one for that night, for sure.
Okay.
But I think in big cities he could sell out.
So where there's a larger African American audience, because what do you got? Banning, and North End and parts of Cat City.
Yes, it was majority African Americans. But what I mean more is it's not in a location that's easy to get to per se.
Why? It's right in the middle of everything.
Well, like if you're doing a show in downtown LA, there's other things going on.
Right.
But you're actually driving there just for that. Everybody's got to jump on the freeway just about.
Right. Okay. And then what are you gonna do afterwards? Fucking
Yeah.
Jump on the freeway, drive 2 hours, and we're never gonna get there.
See what I'm saying?
Let's go to Roscoe's.
I think somebody was from LA because at the end of his act, there was 2 opening acts, and then it was him, and at the end of his act, he actually opened it up for questions. Anybody want to ask me anything? Da da da. And they were throwing out dumbass questions to him. But one guy says, "When you coming to LA?" I drove all the way out here from LA. So that was I thought I was like, "Wow, look at this."
Well, that answers your question. You know what I mean? Like, you were right. I saw him once in.
But back to that, he goes, "Well, I'm doing LA this date. I'm doing LA. I just did LA." He goes, and then he goes, "Thanks for keeping up with my my career."
I saw him at this little place in San Francisco, dude. It was like a small, like maybe 75 people.
Oh wow, that is small.
Like it was intimate. Like it was before he did Ride Along. It was really like when he was starting to break out. And his wife's from Oakland, so he would go and stay in Oakland and then drive into San Francisco or take BART to go to his shows. Which is really, really kind of interesting. But yeah, he was hilarious back then. And I don't remember if he did I don't think he was popular enough to do the question and answer thing yet. But always cutting edge, always really funny, and right on that edge of where, he was as comfortable as a white comedian can be doing black comedy.
It's funny because he just got done with his divorce.
Oh, okay.
And he specifically said that because he was like, I could talk about it now. He goes, I can't go into detail, but like, it's over, so I could talk as much shit about it as I want. Because, in other words, she can't come back at me and say,
right.
But dude, for at least 20 minutes, he was going in on her.
Really?
Going in on her and the whole process. And I have to admit, it was a bit much.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, okay, bro, we get it. She's tried to take you to the cleaners. He was talking about how they served her, right. And how because apparently they were both trying to serve each other in their to
be the first one.
to be the first one and to be able to say, I don't know if it was in regards to like what state it would be served in.
Oh yeah.
And so where he was saying the shit he had to do to avoid, public places, doing shows and showing up right before he's supposed to go on. And if anybody approached the stage, he would run.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And then as soon as the show was over, he'd take off. He'd pay everything in cash, like hotel rooms, so that he couldn't be traced.
Wow.
Like,
wow, got that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
and he said when they went, they found his wife or ex-wife now, and he was with the process server, and he was saying how they caught her at like a drive-through, I think, so where she couldn't, she couldn't back up.
Oh, that's hilarious. Fuck.
Oh, he was going in on her. But and again, how I said I thought it was a bit much. At the end of that 20-minute, 30-minute rant about it, he actually said, "Okay, thank you for letting me vent. Now we can start the show," type deal.
Holy shit. Well, yeah, I would think somebody like him, that would have to be how they deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be funny, you got to let it go, because got to get to where you can laugh at it and be okay, and then, okay, I'm good now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to marry another girl, or if he's got somebody else already lined up.
Oh, he didn't mention that. But you know how the Q&A I told you about?
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Why you only like black women?"
Trying to piss off my dad in the trailer park.
He was like, "The dick want what the dick want. I can't help it."
Did you hear about Will Smith and Jada lately? After all their bullshit?
Just today is the first day I heard about anything about that.
That bitch is crazy.
What?
She crazy.
I heard she's blabbing too much, but I haven't heard anything in regards to her being crazy per se.
She talks about how they're together, that they hadn't been together for 7 years.
Yeah, I heard that since 2016.
Right. And then she went on some show and said, "Oh no, me and Will are good. We're happy. We're happy together. We'll be together for forever. He can't get rid of me ever."
Well, okay.
Well, holy shit.
Well, from what I heard, was this is their arrangement, which is why they're happy together, because they're not physically together all the time. And they both agreed on this. So when you say she's crazy, the reason I questioned it is because apparently they both made this decision to stay married, but not necessarily be together or live together at least.
Yeah, but you don't talk about it like that. Like she's just out blah blah blah.
That's the thing that they're saying. Like she's putting out shit that people didn't need to know, want to know. But then on the flip side, they're also saying for the both of them, why are they going to red carpet events together, making it seem like they're this happy family, when in reality, it's like once they leave the red carpet, they're going their separate ways. So why are they putting up this front? Why can't they just be honest and be like, "Yo, this is what it is. We're married, but we're not necessarily together."
Right.
But again, she did say, this is what our marriage is right now, and we're happy. Meaning they're not together and they're happy, but they're still married.
If your old lady said, "Hey, I don't want to be with you anymore, but we should still live together for the kids. Like, you could sleep in our son's room and I'll be in here," would you be okay with that?
No.
However,
if you both came to that decision saying, "I want to stay married to you, but we can't live together anymore," and your partner says, "You're right, I still want to be married to you as well, but yeah, let's try you get your own house," and
because you got really, really, really long money. Now, don't get me wrong, my money's long, but you got really, really long money.
Now, here's another funny thing. I used to subscribe to Rolling Stone magazine,
Okay.
okay, and
Good magazine.
Entertainment Weekly,
Okay.
both of them. With time, they started getting thinner and thinner.
All on the internet.
Yep, and thinner and thinner, to where when the subscription came due, I finally said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna," because it went from a 15-minute read through multiple sessions while I'm relieving myself in the restroom to I can thumb through it and I'm done.
That's ridiculous, right?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, because it's what is it, advertising now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's because of the internet. But I chose not to renew at one point. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm not paying them anymore. For some reason, I'm getting People magazine to me, mailed.
Okay.
I'm not paying for it. I have no idea why I'm getting it. But it comes.
And you've checked your statements and everything?
Yeah, that's all I do every day. Plus, I ain't writing them a check. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to write checks. Like, I'm doing that less and less now. But
But
that
there,
was
right?
something that was written because it was the last time I got it was like 3 years ago. Let's say
Oh, wow.
maybe 4. Anyways, so the reason I say this is because last week's magazine, the cover was Jada Pinkett Smith. That's how I kind of know what we're talking about here. I didn't read the article, but she's on the cover.
She crazy.
You like crazy, though.
Not like that. Shit. She crazy. Crazy. Like telling all that stuff. Hey, man, ain't she hurt well enough?
And that's another thing that I'm hearing, why is she running? Why is she putting him through the mud?
Yeah.
But why is he letting her? Come on, dude. There's a
'Cause
point.
he a punk. Look. He loves her. He always had like that. You know what I mean? But not her. Like hers seemed more like a move where he was just in love with her. Like, I think that she still got issues from a relationship with Pac, or Pac not wanting her the way she wanted Pac, or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever that situation was, because he told her he couldn't be married to her right now, but maybe later on in life we grow old together, or get together once we're old. Which is like, yeah, no, your kitty ain't enough for me right now. You can't hold me down like that. And nobody hold me down. Oh no.
And then another thing
That wasn't Pac, by the way.
another thing that was brought up was if they haven't been together since 2016, if they were together in name only, if that makes sense,
Right.
in title only, what was the slap to Chris Rock all about?
I think
Because that happened 2 years ago.
I think Will just hurt. I think Will's just like, I think, people say, oh, well, he looked over at her and he gave her some kind of look. I think he looked at her like, bitch, now I got to go slap this ninja. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to go up there and do something to him for myself. Like, damn, why you putting me through this shit? And walked up there and
Okay, hold on a second.
Okay,
hold on a second. Time out. For the sake of this conversation, you are with this woman in name only. You don't live with her. You don't sleep with her. You only go out to events with her and discuss the children.
Right. But you can't look like a punk either. So if you out,
But if it was just a joke, and you really, if because he laughed when Chris Rock said it.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so with you laughing and it's a joke, and I'm only with her tonight because it's a red carpet event.
He don't want to sleep on the couch no more. So maybe if I go hit him, I give me some noogie.
You think?
It had to be something, dude. Like okay, so
Because that really changes it when you find out they haven't lived together since 2016.
Still his baby mama. He still got kids with her. And if somebody said something to offend her and she hurt, you're there with her. Your kids are watching it. Fuck, now I gotta go slap this motherfucker because he says some shit about my baby mama.
Yeah, but yes, you're right. However, I just think it does make you do a double take. Like, wait a minute, if you ain't really with her,
right?
That was a bit extreme.
Well, but I don't think it was exactly Will not wanting to be with her. I think that was more her and them coming to that conclusion. Okay, well, fuck. If you're not gonna leave and we're gonna stay together for the kids, and this is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Because you're right. He was laughing. Then he looked over at her and said, "Ah, fuck." Now I got to put all this Muhammad Ali shit into training into action.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, why she got to talk about how Chris Rock? She said Chris Rock tried to hit on her. Did you read that?
No.
She said that Chris Rock tried to hit on her and had apologized to her about the joke that night or whatever. And then tried to sleep with her or whatever. Something like that. I just saw the headline. They were blurred together like that. So I don't know if he apologized and then tried to sleep with her, or if he had tried to sleep with her before and then later on after he got slapped tried to apologize to her. I think what needs to happen is she needs to go away.
She got a book to sell.
She need to be on time. Yeah, bro.
You know who else is in? I don't know if you heard this news story. Your other crazy, your other type, crazy white girl, Amber Heard.
Oh shit.
You heard she's back in the news?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Apparently, because of the Johnny Depp divorce trial, her therapist had to give her sessions, her notes to the court or to his attorneys.
Yeah.
And so it leaked out, like during one of her sessions, she was talking shit about Jason Momoa. And when they were filming Aquaman, either Aquaman 1 or 2.
It was 2 that he was dressing like him?
Yeah, that he was like acting like Johnny Depp, dressing like Johnny Depp, wore like all his fingers had rings like
That's
Johnny
just
Depp.
what he dresses.
That's what they're saying. But so she's like he's trying to what's that word?
Mimic?
No. When you're trying to do something to somebody, get them riled up.
Intimidate?
No. Like almost like gaslight.
Okay.
Shoot. I don't know what the word is. It's like set her off by doing that.
Excite?
Maybe insider. But anyways, and that's how they were trying to get her off the Aquaman set, because she thought everybody's against me. Now they're trying to kick me off this movie. Type deal.
Right.
And wherever I heard this, they're saying, no, that's how he dresses. He's always dressed like that. He's always been like that. She's just talking shit. She's just trying to play the victim. That's why probably Johnny Depp left her.
Wow.
But in her defense, which is what this other person was saying, these were not intended. That conversation was not intended for the public. So it's not like she was putting it out there that that's what she was going through. She was talking privately to her therapist.
Right.
So only because of the court situation that those notes.
She should have kept her mouth shut. Whatever.
Man, but that's the crazy you like, right?
Yeah, but there's one. She bad. I'd still give her a shot. I tell the kids, hey, be ready. It's gonna be a whirlwind of a motherfucker these next couple years, dog. The crazier one is Britney Spears. She writing that tell-all book, and apparently one of the things she dropped was that when right before her and Justin Timberlake broke up, she had an abortion.
No way.
Yeah. So how fucked up is this, right?
I didn't hear about this.
Exactly. Right. So let's say you're Justin Timberlake, right? And you've had this relationship with Britney and shit, she had an abortion. You guys are like, hey, we can't, this blah, blah, blah. We got our careers, blah, blah, blah. You decide to have an abortion. So you go your own way. You guys ended, and it ended bad after that, whatever, whatnot. I gotta go. Right? So everything's great, and you end up finding somebody that you love, and so did she, and she got married 4 times and had 2 kids or 3 kids or whatever, and you waited a few years, a lot longer than she did, and met this girl who's fucking bomb, married her, have a couple kids with her now, right? Never told her, hey, by the way, just in case, here's what happened with Britney. Like we were together. I popped her cherry. She got pregnant. We had an abortion, right? So if you don't tell her, right? Years later, it's been at least 20 years, right?
Has it
20, 25 years?
that long?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
30 max.
Well, no.
I know, not even 30.
30. It's more like 20, 25.
20.
Like 20 maybe.
NSYNC was like early 2000s. And he was probably like 16, 18.
So 20 years.
20 years.
We'll call it 20 years.
Okay.
So it's 20 years later. You're playing coochie coo with your kid. Your wife's reading some fucking movie she's going to be in. And all of a sudden something comes on TMZ about you and your ex-girlfriend, and she had an abortion. And she didn't know. Oh my God, why didn't you tell me? Blah, blah, blah. So why does Brittany have the right to talk about that in a book and blow up your life? Right? And now this guy, if he hadn't told his wife, it may not. Like, she might be like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that and you didn't tell me and blah, blah, blah. Like, why do I have to disclose that to you like that? It has nothing to fucking do with you. But I could see why, you put emotions in it.
Don't roll your eyes.
And why it would get, it's ridiculous.
Well, what if he didn't tell his mom?
Oh, I didn't think about that. Well, that too.
Okay, hold on a second. So this is true? I mean, is that what's in the book?
Yeah, it's going to be in the book.
Oh, wow.
It's an excerpt from the book that she had an abortion.
I can see that. I mean,
she lucky he didn't tell everybody back then.
well, yeah, weren't they supposed to be
The little Christian,
yeah.
everybody goody, like she was. And then nobody could figure out why she started going crazy after him. You know what I mean? Like, he went on and he was like, fuck, that sucks, but, well, you gotta make songs, right? Like, he goes on living his life.
But didn't she break up with him?
Yes.
Okay.
But could it have been because of that? We're gonna have to buy the book and find out.
You could buy the book.
Next on TMZ. Yeah, dude, it's kind of crazy. Like,
what was the name of that song?
Crimea River?
Is it Crimea River? Hold on, let me try looking it up. Because at the end of the song, apparently the song is about her, and I remember in the video they made a big deal about. In the video there was a female in the video that kind of looked like her.
Oh, yeah.
But they only played her from the back, and it was supposed to be her.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Cry Me a River. At the end of that song, if you ever listen to that song, listen to the end of it. It goes. It's pretty good.
Like what? Like what? What do you mean?
Let me see if I can pull up the lyrics real fast. I haven't heard it in years, but I remember like one of the first times I heard it and was like really listening to it. And he's talking about you must have me confused with some other guy. The bridges were burned. Now it's your turn to cry. Oh,
Ooh wee.
but so in other words, he's saying that he cried a lot over it, but she was messing around with another dude. So now he's saying, like, I think she wanted to get back with him or something. Don't get me wrong, this is like more of my nieces and nephew time. But if you listen to that end where he's not singing it, he's actually like talking it. Ooh, it goes deep.
Really?
I was like, ooh, I would listen to that.
You feel like, ooh, man, I got chili in this bitch, boy. Woo.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. You should listen to the end of it. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to now, and I'm gonna have to
But
go
you
look
know
it
she
up.
is crazy.
Who, Brittany?
Yeah.
She misunderstood, dog.
Dog, she's nuts. You heard her about the knives now?
Yeah, they were fake, and she was just trying to dance like Shakira. She was mimicking her video of one of her
Dog,
favorite songstresses.
you heard them knives clanking with each other, and then they said the next video she had bandages on.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Well, the first time they weren't fake, but
Dog, she had bandages on her legs and shit. But she's crazy, kid. Yeah.
she sounds hot though. Fuck.
I think there was like a documentary about her or something. Like, and it was pretty good. It was we talked about it once, I think. When like they were talking about the time that she shaved her head.
Oh yeah.
It was because like her kids were taken from her, and you know there was nothing she could. I can understand why she's crazy.
Well,
and
yeah,
now
dude, she's this young performer that shot to stardom, that was huge, with nobody to protect her, nobody to tell her, hey, these kind of things are gonna happen, these kind of people are gonna be around you. Nobody there. Nobody does. Your childhood was taken from you at that point. Because nothing's the same. You can't go out. You can't run down to the fucking Piggly Wiggly and get you some pork rinds and a Sprite and jump in your Jeep and go home. It's not gonna happen. You can't go to McDonald's and get your chicken nuggets and think everything's that's not normal anymore. You can't do that shit. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So her level of what normalcy is or would be, how do you judge that? And like her father was a fucking dork. And her mom was a dork. Like, how are they going to prepare her for that kind of stardom and fandom right off the bat? And that girl worked day in and day out for years. So then her dad said, hey, we need to fucking get control of this shit or our paycheck's going. So he went, got her conservatorship, filled her full of pills, made her act right, and got her stay in Vegas for, fuck, how many years was she there? 5 years? 10 years? Performing at fucking Vegas, Caesar's Palace? Or was it MGM? Which one was she at?
I don't know.
She was at one of those two major casinos for years performing and made millions of dollars and was paying her dad an exorbitant amount of money to be her manager. And he was, taking money and doing this. And so it's like, fuck, dude, you can't even trust your own fucking father to manage your shit while you're all fucking cuckoo. But I gotta tell you, she is one resilient broad. For all the shit that she's been through and shaving her head, doing all that crazy shit, she is still not like that other girl. which I thought
What other girl?
Amanda Bynes.
Oh yeah, she's
Amanda
crazy.
Bynes was fucking beautiful, and I said was, and I'll stand by it, because now she looks a little bit like Hatchet Face from Crybaby. and it's sad, bro. Like she was a talented, beautiful little girl. And
How you gonna put Hatchet Face for Crybaby?
Huh?
If you don't know who Hatchet Face from Crybaby is, look it up. Crybaby is the movie with Johnny Depp.
Yup. And it all comes back to fucking Johnny Depp, you son of a bitch. Yeah, dude, I don't.
Yeah, Amanda Bynes is wild for the night, kid.
I don't. Like, and nobody seems to stop to care enough to, hey, maybe we should back off these fucking kids. Well, but then look at all the shit that Hollywood's talking now, that all these people in power were doing to these kids, and, you know, having parties and passing them around and making them do shit. Like, fuck. You know what I mean? How do you come back from that as a kid? How do you know what's right and wrong from that as a kid? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's some crazy shit, bro. Some crazy shit.
Drew Barrymore pulled out. She's doing all right.
Yeah, but she was fucked up for a long time too. She was drug addicted and alcoholic, and she looked run down, bro.
Not now.
Well, she got shit tightened up.
Well, she looks
Adam
normal.
Sandler came along and helped her out with a couple movies and pulled that shit back.
What was the comeback movie? Wedding Singer?
No, 50 First Dates.
That was before Wedding Singer? I think Wedding Singer was first. I think that's what put the two of them together.
Maybe,
the map.
Yeah,
That was
but
a good
50,
movie.
50 First Dates just pushed it over the top, though.
I never saw that movie.
No? Oh,
No.
it's fucking hilarious. It's good.
Is it?
Yeah. And Adam Sandler's one of those dudes, bro. And if you sit and you kind of listen to these guys and their interviews and shit, if you were with him and around him when he was starting out, he's gonna do everything he can to bring you up with him. Like everybody in his, like, all those guys are all in the same fucking movie, where they always talk shit to Joe Dirt about, so what's your next project, or are you just sitting around waiting for fucking Adam Sandler to write a new movie?
What's his name? That guy's name? Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirty. He came out with Chris Farley and everything. Oh, now I'm not gonna fucking remember his name. Joe Dirt, bro.
David Spade.
David Spade. And that motherfucker gets some bad bitches, bro.
David Spade? He
Yeah.
did. I don't know if he does anymore.
Oh, I'm sure he does. He's had some beautiful women in his life. I'd be interested to see what kind of women Steve Buscemi pulling.
He's probably married. He's old.
Is he? Is he married?
I don't know.
Wonder what his wife looks like. See, hold on. Because now I'm interested. Now you talking a different kind of shit now. Steve. Good luck trying to spell that shit. All right.
Just type in a Boardwalk Empire. You'll find him.
He's right here. I got him. He's 65 years old. Steve Buscemi, born December 13th, 57. Credits, blah, blah, blah. Nothing about a wife. Oh, here we go. Spouse, Joe Andres. Is that a dude? Oh, Mary Jo Andres Buscemi. But her picture's not on here.
But married when? It'll say that to present.
1992 to 2019?
Damn.
Oh, no, 1987. So they got married in 1987. Oh, she died January 6th of 2019.
Oh,
She was
you
age
see what
64.
she did?
See, you brought the whole fucking show down trying to be
Man.
funny about Steve Buscemi. But it's one of those things, though, dude. Like, he's one of those cats that brings everybody with him. You know what I mean? Like, how many times has fucking You Can Do It, Rob Schneider, come on a movie and say that one fucking line. Even if it's just a blip in a movie, he'll still.
What's that originally from? Because I know the line. I even picture him saying it.
Waterboy.
Yes, Waterboy.
And you know what's funny is I could probably name you quite a few Adam Sandler movies, and I'm not a huge fan. But I think I'm a bigger fan than that I'm willing to admit, though.
I gotta watch Uncut Gems. Adam Sandler.
Why do you gotta watch it?
Because I'm watching I'm watching a lot of videos right now on watches. Because I'm looking to get a few more.
Okay.
And I'm watching the Diamond Jewelry District in New York.
Right.
They're like the shorts, the YouTube shorts.
Right.
And how they negotiate like Rolexes and all this stuff. And how, just real quick movies on them. And then obviously when you watch so many of them, that's all you get sent.
Right.
So it's just that world. And I remember he did that movie about that world. And it's not a comedy, it's an actual drama, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's a weird.
I saw like the beginning of it, and I kind of pulled out. But watching these videos on these watches, it's the same, like the display cases, the jewelers behind them. Yeah, so I just want to watch that movie. It's funny because the reason I'm watching that is I lost a little bit of weight. Okay?
Okay.
And my watches now are too big on me.
So it'd be cheaper to buy a different band.
No. The actual face of the watch.
Oh, it's too big for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm looking for some new watches.
And what kind are you? Well, like what brand? Because we know you're talking about brands. If you're talking about watching that show,
anything really. I mean, I've already picked up a couple of cheap ones. It's just to
But you want something that you want that one that you can wear out to somewhere nice. Like, so you're looking like a Tag. You're looking at a Rolly,
window shopping.
Weistenmeyer, is that? There's something with a name, something like that, with a W in it, Weinsteinberger or something like that. Those are pretty nice, but they're usually those are really super thin, and gold if I remember correctly. But what's the brand that you're looking for?
I'm just looking.
Yeah, nothing
Yes.
in particular.
Seiko, Citizen. No, I'm serious. There's nothing wrong. They got some
You're
nice
so full of-
Seikos and Citizens.
So full of shit.
Dog, don't sleep on Seiko. I already picked up a couple.
The ones
I'll be honest with you. I picked up a nice one, kid.
the ones that they used to sell at fucking at Gemco, that were silver bands and then blue with a little bit of gold all around the digital screen. I know where you at. So if you were to get a movie, if somebody came and gave you a movie, gave you a script, and said, "We want you to be in this movie. We're gonna pay you 2.5 to be in this movie, star in this movie. Plus you get, 50% of whatever, national gross or worldwide sales are. Plus you get, whatever else. So you're looking at about, I don't know, maybe let's call it a $6 million payday. What's the first thing you buy?
First thing I buy?
Yeah.
Huh.
Is it a car? Is it would you go get a Rolex?
It probably would be a car, because that'd probably be the easiest thing to get initially.
Okay.
A house, you got to do paperwork. You got to go house hunting. You got, a car. You could just know what brand you like and just go to that store.
Would you get like a supercar? Would you get like a Bugatti or
No, probably
Benz?
not. I'd probably get a a convertible Mercedes. No, convertible Rolls Royce.
Okay.
With the suicide door.
Yeah, with the with the umbrella in the door jam.
Umbrella and door jam?
You never seen those?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you open the door and you see it and you just push it and the fucking umbrella pops out.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, motherfuckers are dope, dude. Those are bad.
I don't know if I already told you I drove one once. Parking it. I had to park one once,
Didn't
I should
you
say.
ding it up though?
Did I what?
Didn't you say you dinged it up front and back?
No, that was another car.
Oh, okay.
No, but dude, those things, they're like a tank, straight up.
Really?
And like the gear shifter that was on the steering column, dog, you could take your pinky and go from like park to drive. That's how easy and
Really?
it was so smooth. But then when you hit that gas, dude, it's like, again, you're moving a tank. It was scary.
Bet you they're hard to stop when you're going.
Probably.
You
But
know
it
what I
was nice. It was smooth. I ain't gonna lie.
Felt brand new in that bitch, huh?
Yeah. Felt like
Wow.
it felt like you were driving a semi. Cause if I remember right, I sat high in it. It was nice. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought you were gonna tell me you'd go buy you a rollie or a big old fat necklace, like Run DMC and shit,
Nah.
and some brand new shell toes. No,
Probably not, no. Probably a car. Just, again, because that's the easiest thing.
but it's funny that you'd buy something for yourself and not your wife. I'm just, I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
Speaking of the wife,
Oh,
well, no, just saying, to get back to what we've been doing those last 2 weeks, we went to Chicago.
yeah. How'd that go?
It went really good.
How's your son?
My son's really good. Good. It's bittersweet.
Why bittersweet?
Um,
Now, before you get too far into it, you said that this trip was basically free at the beginning of this podcast.
yes. It was only a 4-day trip,
Okay?
so the conditions to go, not necessarily conditions, but
Parameters under which you gave your wife to work with.
right. The tickets were free because there were points
Okay.
on a credit card. We were going to stay with my son at his place, so there's no hotel.
Okay.
We usually, my wife and I, we pack big. We pack a lot when we go somewhere.
Okay.
To where it's the big luggage and the carry-on. So
Okay.
and so you got to check
Everything.
Well, you could check the big one and keep the carry-on, but we don't. We just take it all.
Yeah.
And so it was only going to be the carry-on. I said, no big luggage, carry-on, because I'm not paying to check the bag. So it's only 4 days. We can make it work. And we did. We both had a carry-on.
Nice.
So only thing I paid for was the rides, like the tech cab from the airport, Uber back to the airport, the Uber rides that we did take when we went out to dinner, and then dinner, and we went grocery shopping for my son, stuff like that,
Okay.
and food, I should say. So bittersweet because we both realized pretty much right when we saw him, he's a man now.
Yeah.
It really it kind of hit us hard. I'll be honest with you. We spoke about it that first night when when we went to sleep. It was like we showed up like 2 minutes before he did. He got off of work. We got there like at 5:30.
Okay.
So he got off of work. He went to get his haircut, and he takes the bus, subway, all that kind of good stuff. So when we got to his apartment, we called him, and he said he was 2 minutes out. So we just waited in front of his apartment building.
Oh, nice.
And he came walking up, and he was like in his business attire, and he just looked older right off the bat
Right.
because of the way he was dressed, and
Well, he has to carry himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, him bringing us to his apartment, which we've never been to because it's a new one for him. So it was like he was bringing us into his home. He showed us around. It's small, but, he showed us around. And then he was like, this is what I thought we were going to, we could eat tonight. I already made reservations for Friday night and Saturday night.
Good.
So it's like, you know what I mean?
He was thoughtful enough to think about that, and that's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, it makes me think, when did my mom realize I was a man?
She hasn't yet.
No, I think she has.
Oh.
I mean, but
That's it out loud? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
but it's like, you know what I mean? What because I've been working since I was 16.
Right.
But obviously, she don't think I'm a man at 16. Was it when I graduated high school? Was it when I finally got married? So on my 27th, because we actually went out there on our anniversary.
Right.
So I know on the 12th of 2023 was the day
You realize.
I realized he's, we did our job, and it, it's bittersweet because he's, not that my daughter, for example, is not a woman,
Right.
but we see her more often, stuff like that. But again, and then like before we went to dinner, he actually gave us our anniversary card. His
nice.
happy anniversary, and I was, we were just like, fuck, he ain't a boy no more. Not that we thought he was a boy before, but it's just like,
It hit you different.
yeah, it really did.
Wow. Did it make you realize how old you were?
No,
Oh.
no.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, his new place is really nice in regards. His new place is nice. It's perfect for him.
Right.
But it's almost, if you think Palm Canyon and Palm Springs, it's almost like he lives on Palm Canyon.
Oh, nice.
You go outside, attached to his building are 2 restaurants.
So, real quick, because I've never been to Chicago, and probably most of the people that listen have never been to Chicago. When you say it's like Palm Canyon, now I know what Palm Canyon looks like. It's it's very old school kind of. Part of it's like very old school, hippie-ish kind of shit. A lot of new style buildings, but it's very hustle and bustle with people that don't live here, that are going out to eat, that are moving around downtown, doing that kind of stuff. Is that what you mean by it's like that,
No.
or does it just have that homely feeling?
No, it's more of, there's on the street, there's restaurants, nail salons, cleaners, barbershops,
Okay.
and all in walking distance.
Does it have guys that are selling fruit in a bowl with?
No,
Tahini on
nothing
the
like
corners?
that.
No.
And the funny thing is, the first 2 days we were there, we did not see any homeless. Driving from the airport to his place, we didn't see any homeless people.
Wow.
It was my old lady was pointing that out. We did see a couple on Saturday, a few, I should say. Maybe because they don't come out during the week because they can't get any money at that point. But
Maybe. Yeah, because it's not cold, it's not too hot.
Yeah.
You're on your own, fuckers.
But like we walked, we got takeout, so we walked to there's a Puerto Rican restaurant that's near him.
Right.
So we went and grabbed food from there, brought it home. We walked there in 7 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Brought it back home. And what was a trip too is we landed at about 5 or 4:35. It took us an hour to get to his place with a cab.
Okay.
The reason I say that is because to get back home, we left Sunday morning, 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, traffic at 5 o'clock. Traffic killed us.
Yeah, I bet.
What's the point I was trying to make? Cab. Anyways, we walked to a restaurant. Oh, the point I was trying to make was, we got there, let's say at 5:30. Okay.
Okay.
went to the restaurant, ordered food. We hung out a little bit till the food was ready. We went out to the restaurant, picked it up, brought it back, got everything ready. So now it's about 7:15, and it's a trip. We turn on the TV, and the football game's about to start.
Oh, wow.
Because out here it's 5:15 when it starts, but out there it's 7:15 when it starts.
Oh, that sucks.
So it was just a trip how it felt so late, and the football game was about to start.
That's hilarious.
So we were able to watch it as we were eating. The next morning, Friday, and we slept on his couch.
Is it a pull-out couch or is it?
Yeah, it's a pull-out couch.
Nice.
Dog, so comfortable. I was so surprised. I thought my back was gonna be killing me the next morning, but no, it was perfect.
Nice.
The next morning, he went to work because it was Friday. So my wife and I, this plays back to the splitting the club sandwich.
Okay.
We decided we were going to go out to get something, grab a bite to eat, and walk to Wrigley Field.
Okay.
Wrigley Field is about 30 to 40 minutes away from his crib.
Oh, wow.
So he told us about a couple breakfast spots we could hit, walking distance, of course. So we hit one of them, and we split a breakfast. So it's just
it's a whole new era for you, dog.
Because it was more than enough. You know what I'm saying? It was the original Pancake House. So let's say IHOP.
Okay.
When you order a thing, it comes with 3 pancakes.
Now I'm gonna stand up right here. Okay. Anytime you go to anywhere that says it's the original blankety blank, the servings are gonna be huge.
Yes. Humongous.
You know what I mean? Okay, go ahead.
So we ordered like a scrambler, let's say.
Okay.
Steak and egg and cheese and onions and it comes with 3 pancakes, which we upgraded to the blueberry because that's what my old lady likes, and then like a cheese potato skillet thing.
Okay.
So it was like more than enough.
Sounds delicious though.
It was. Don't get me wrong, it was. So from there, let's say we're walking north. Okay.
Okay.
We're walking, and again, shops everywhere. It's just incredible. It reminded me of Oregon. Were
there any shops that were they all like local shops, or were they all like shops that you see here?
No, most of them are local. You pass we passed a T-Mobile. We passed a Target, walking distance again.
Right.
But for the most part, must have passed 20 nail salons, 5 cleaners, 3 barbers. Amazed how many physical therapy spots we passed. I was like, another physical therapy?
You're from all that fucking walking you guys are doing.
How many eyeglass places we passed was incredible.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird. Walking distance.
All right.
Coffee shops. Of course, we passed a couple of Starbucks, but a couple of just pop-ups at coffee shops. Incredible. We were walking by like a bar that was open, like a more like a breakfast spot, but they had a bar.
Okay.
So my old lady's like, "You want to grab a drink?" It was like maybe, let's say 11, 12. I'm like, "Yeah, why not? We got plenty of time." So we go in there, and the place had a Russian name, Kukul's or something.
Okay.
So we go to the bar, and in a Russian accent, there was 2 girls working. They're like, 2? And we were like, oh, we just want to get a couple of drinks. It wasn't a bar, but they had like alcohol and stuff. And she was like, okay. So, I said, let me get a Chardonnay for her, and I'll take a Captain and Coke.
Nice. Good choice.
So she says, she's looking at me like funny, like Captain and Coke? Like in her accent.
Right. What you mean, this Captain and Coke?
Something like that. So I pointed at the bottle of Captain Morgan's. And so she goes, oh, okay. So they pour my old lady's wine. They break out the Captain. And she fills the glass up half to almost 3/4. I was like, God damn.
And then gave you a can of Coke.
And then she puts a lemon in it and kind of squishes it down. And she hands it to me. And I was like, can I get a Coke? And she looked at me funny, like, you want Coke? And I was like, yeah, Captain and Coke.
What you want Coke for? Are you not fucking man?
So
drink the Coke. Drink the Captain.
So she opens up a can, and dude, I swear to God, she poured, let's say, an inch of Coke, because that's all that would fit.
Right.
So we sat outside because it's like almost like a bistro, if you will. So I mean, it was strong too, that Captain and Coke. But
Right.
anyways, as we were watching, traffic and people watching, dude, like two Russian dudes, like big dudes, walked in. They sat down, and I was like, this is like a front right here, because there's not a lot of people in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like, we need to bounce. So we finished up our drinks after a while, and we continued walking. Like Oregon, there's like a couple of donut shops, which amazes me. Like literally, like you could go inside and sit down, donuts and coffee.
Yeah, there's not very many places like that here anymore.
No, but like I said, Oregon, they're like that. In Chicago, this place was called Stan's Donuts. It was like an old time, kind of reminded me of a Mel's Diner, if you remember Alice, that show. Kind of like that. You go in there and people are in there eating donuts.
It's a little greasy fucking diner that you could buy pies at. Remember? Oh.
Yeah. So we wound up walking to Wrigley Field, and it started to rain. And my son had we had gotten an umbrella from him. Dude, I couldn't open this thing to save our life. Did not. I mean, it was one of the short ones, not like the old school ones that we used to have. It's like a short one that you push a button, it's supposed to pop out. Dog. And trying to do this while the rain is coming down, I texted him like, yo, how do you work this thing? And he was like, off the top of my head, I don't remember, that type of deal. And I was like, fuck.
Right.
So we went to Wrigley Field. We were just on the outside. There was nothing going on inside. And then we decided to walk back. And during the walk back, I had to go to the bathroom bad. Number one, not number two.
Okay.
I mean, I'm talking, it was getting to the point I was like, yo, I got to go. So we passed another bar. And I was like, let's go in here. I got to use the bathroom. We'll buy a drink, and I just got to use the bathroom. And this bar, now this is a bar that you see like in the movies, kid. Dark, old,
Nice.
pool table in the back.
Little fucking speakeasy.
Yeah. One or two guys in there just at the bar, like getting drunk. And it's like 1 o'clock, 1:30.
Got fired that day. Fucking didn't want to go home and hear his wife, bitch. Like, fuck.
I'm talking like exactly what you see in the movies. Like old, dark.
Had a shot glass for whiskey and his beer.
As a matter of fact, when we first got in, my old lady had to go to the restroom too. So she, when she was walking, she's like, "Can I help you guys?" And I said, "The regular?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Let me get one Chardonnay and He goes, "Oh yeah, we don't got wine." And I was like, he goes, "Yeah, it's mainly hardly. I got some seltzers if you want it, And she was like, "Yeah, no." She just got a vodka and cranberry. Yeah, vodka and cranberry. So after that, we continued walking. Went and hit a pizza spot. Pizza was all right. It's not New York pizza, but it was close enough. I don't like that Chicago deep dish.
No?
Like I said, no. And then we wound up, if I remember right, we went back to his place. He got off of work. And that night, this is Friday night, he had made reservations at this high-end steak place.
Real quick before you get into that, do you like white cheese pizza?
No.
Where they do the sauce that's white? You don't like that?
No. White pizza.
White pizza, yeah.
Is it a white sauce? I think it's just cheese.
No, it's white sauce.
Yeah, it's nasty.
White sauce and they put cheese on top of it.
I've had it before. I don't like it.
No? Okay.
But I could have almost sworn it's just dough and white cheese. Mozzarella, I guess.
Uh-oh.
But maybe there is a white sauce. I don't know.
Yeah, it's usually like garlic and something else. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay, expensive steak place. Go.
And the funny thing is, he can only get a reservation for 9 p.m.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And so we get there. We Ubered there. Nice place, real nice. The windows, it was like all the tables were facing the windows. It kind of reminded me of like if if we were on a starship,
Right.
so to where everybody's facing the forward,
Right.
and like the view was the city at night.
Oh, that's
And
dope.
it was like on the third floor, I think.
Oh, that's
So
kinda
it was,
cool, though.
yeah, it was really nice. The setup was really. So again, it's not like people are facing people, if you will. Like we're almost, and there's levels. Like there was one level, the ground level,
Right.
and then there's another level, and then there was another level that had the booths, which is where we sat.
Oh, that's cool.
So everyone's looking out to the city. Again, my wife and I shared a plate,
Jesus.
and it was.
Can I ask you a question? Did you pull out your AARP card to get the discount? What the fuck? Wow.
And it was enough. Again, it's one of those things that you eat with your eyes when you first get to a place.
Right, right.
And we weren't looking to take stuff home. It was one of those things that, my son didn't want, necessarily all these leftovers because we already had leftovers from the Puerto Rican food place, Puerto Rican restaurant, I should say. So food was great. At the end of dinner, and it was one of those places where, when you finish your appetizer, like the waiter comes with that little silver bar, and he's cleaning the table with it, the crumbs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's, that's classy. Anyways, at the end of dinner, he you guys have room for dessert, and we were like, no, because if you remember, I like the chocolate fudge cake.
Oh, yeah, the Entenmann's cake?
My son had one waiting for me in his apartment.
Oh, nice.
That, it's a whole cake that I eat in fours. I eat 25%. So the one cake will last me 4 sit-downs.
Okay.
I'm only going to be there for 3 nights. So this time I cut it into thirds. So the Thursday night...
You took one for the team. Just I got you.
It was off the hook too, kid. So I was gonna be like, yo, if I'm gonna have anything, I'm gonna have that cake when I get home.
Right.
So we're like, nah, we're good. And then a couple of minutes later, waiter comes back with a dessert. What was it, like almost like a ice cream Oreo cake, outside Oreo, vanilla inside.
Ooh, nice.
And says, we understand it's your anniversary. Thank you for sharing it with us. We were like, how did you know? My son hooked it up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's grown.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, he's...
Did you cry, Tony?
You
You fucking cried.
No,
That's
not
good, though.
there, not there.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
Okay.
Maybe at night thinking about it. So that was that night. Went back home. The next day is Saturday. So we get up. We actually walked to that donut spot for breakfast.
Oh, nice.
Stands.
Now, was it any big deal about their donuts?
No, nothing special.
Really?
Yeah. The Seattle and the Portland donuts were off the hook.
Okay.
I prefer our Swiss or jelly donut to the ones I had there. They were good. They were just nothing outrageously special.
Okay.
From there, we walked to like a Target, got him some house stuff. Went back to his apartment. What else did we do? Then we walked to a grocery store, got him some groceries. Came back. Then we walked to a restaurant for lunch.
Okay.
And it's another one of those things where like the buildings are old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like you from the outside, it doesn't look like it's going to be very big because it's like a storefront, if you will.
Okay.
But when you walk in, it's like, holy shit, this is in here? And everything's like the wood carvings on the walls.
Oh, nice.
And then we again walked to Wrigley Field so we could all take a picture together. And then we decided to Uber back home instead of walking the 40 minutes.
Right.
So he calls an Uber, and this tripped me out because he was like, "Oh, the Uber wants us to walk to this particular area, which wasn't too far from us." Now, by Wrigley Field, there's a lot of bars and stuff out there,
Okay.
and it's a Saturday night.
Did your Uber driver walk out the bar?
No.
Oh.
But they're like, dude, these bars are packed. Kids everywhere. When I say kids, 20-year-olds, 30,
Right.
or mid-20s to early 30s. So we walked to this particular spot, and, you know, you can see the Uber coming on your phone. He said, oh, he's pulling up now. So it pulls up, and I see people in the car. And I was like, you sure this is ours? Because he was dropping off. And my son looked at the license plate and said, yeah, this is him. So he's doing like a drop off and a pickup.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I didn't know obviously that's what they do.
Right.
But I didn't think it was like that quick. Bro, it was a Honda, which is the Prius? Toyota?
Toyota Prius, yeah.
Majority of the Ubers out there are Priuses.
Wow.
Dude, 5 girls jump out of this Prius. 1 in the front seat and 4 in the back seat. It looked like a clown car. Because it was almost like they kept coming out.
But with like hot clowns. I feel you. I got it.
Yeah, you would have liked it, yeah. So we jump in, go back to his apartment. This night we had reservations at an Italian restaurant. So we took we got home, got dressed, went there to this Italian spot. We did not share a plate that night. And another one of those things that, dude, restaurants are packed. It's just incredible.
They just don't have enough people still yet.
No, this restaurant was fully staffed.
Really?
The restaurant was packed. The bar area was packed. There was a wait. You know, good thing we had reservations.
Nice.
It was nice. Went back home after that. This Uber driver picked us up in a Dodge Hornet. I never heard of a Dodge Hornet.
Yeah, they just came out.
Dude, that's a nice car.
Yeah?
That's a really nice car. And it said gold Dodge Hornet. And I was like, because we got picked up in some beaters, kid.
Wow.
This thing was brand new. And I was like, oh, shit, this is nice. I even told the dude, I said, this is a nice car. He's like, thank you. Then...
But I feel like throwing up.
that was that night. And then my old lady and I, we left very early Sunday morning, 6:30.
So you guys really only had like a full day with him?
Yeah.
Day and a half.
Thursday night, Friday night, and then all day Saturday.
Nice.
The Ubers were on my phone because I was paying for them.
Okay.
I don't really use Uber, you know. So because I was calling the Ubers, I was actually looking at it, and it gives you options now. I've used Uber when I first got it like a few years ago.
Right.
And that was really it. You know, you push the button and you get a car. Well,
Okay.
now you kind of have choices. If you ever mess with it, you got Uber X, which is the cheapest. And then you got Uber XL, which is like, they say is like newer cars, bigger cars.
Okay.
Uber Black, which are nicer cars. Uber like vans. So the Ubers we were taking, like I said, Priuses, beat up.
Because you were doing the cheapest ones.
Yeah. So I decided I'm gonna do Uber Black to get to the airport at 6:30. Dude, brand new black Ford Expedition pulls up. Dude in a suit comes out, grabs the luggage. We jump in. I used to drive an Expedition. I don't know if you knew this.
No.
Our family car was an Expedition.
Okay.
It was an Eddie Bauer. You know,
Oh,
had
nice.
the wood grain, leather
So it
seats.
had everything.
Dude, it was nice. And when we jumped in, my old lady's like, this is like, I mean, obviously it's a newer model, but she was like, yeah, this how big our car used to be, because now our cars are smaller. I was like, yeah, this is nice, kid. So when we got there, the dude got out, grabbed our luggage. I was like, damn, this is nice.
Right?
But it was like
a lot more expensive than normal?
Yeah, a regular ride would have cost me $49.
Wow. Wow.
This one cost me like 110.
Wow.
So you're paying for it, but it was nice. I have to admit,
Wow.
it was real nice.
So are you gonna do the Uber Black from now on?
No. But one thing I was thinking was, do high schoolers going to prom? Can't they just Uber Black now instead of getting a limousine?
Yeah. Do kids even go to fucking prom?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't think, like, again, back to the nightclubs, do they really get limousines? You know?
Because how can they all find a restaurant to get everything that they like? No, okay, so what would be the Chetworth has fucking peanut allergies. Barbara, or not Barbara, what? Brittany's a fucking vegan. All the crazy shit. Caitlin doesn't like tortilla. Like, be crazy, bro.
I think if the kid was smart, you Uber Black to pick up your date, and then just regular Uber for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Pick up the date in front of their parents, nice, Uber Black, whatever it is, boom, and then just say, hey, girl, we Uber an X from here on out.
Yeah.
But the thing is, again, rides are quick. Dude, we waited was 5 minutes for a ride.
Really?
Those things are quick.
Yeah, but that's because of where you are. They're not like that out here, right?
Like I said, I don't know. It's been a minute.
I'm assuming that there's not like, I know a couple of people that do Uber, but it's Uber Eats that they do, so the food delivery. But I don't know anybody that does like for rides and shit out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, I guess if I was gonna do it, I'd probably do it like on Friday, Saturday nights.
If you were gonna drive?
Yeah, if I was gonna do Uber, I would do Friday, Saturday nights.
But I was amazed how, again, when it shows you the options, it shows you how far away or how long it would take you to get a car for each of those options as well on the first screen.
Right.
So I was surprised, like, every car was available at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. And I just saw that Uber Black, and I was like, you know what?
Let's try it.
Boom, let's try. And dude, 4 minutes, he was there.
Wow.
It's like one of those things, we got to hurry up and get downstairs because
he is not waiting.
He's going to be... No, they'll wait.
Yeah, I bet. For 100 and change, shit.
But no, overall, it was a really good trip. Short, sweet, no... not that... there was like no boring downtime, if you will, like sitting around doing nothing just because you're there and there's nothing to do.
Right.
It was a really good trip.
Right on.
Yeah.
So nothing else planned for the rest of the year?
I'm done. Finito.
What about your wife? Is she done?
I think so, but she could go if... Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah?
I can't do it no more.
All right, cool deal. Do you have any birthday wishes or anything that we need to do?
Let me check.
There's got to be some.
Yeah.
Sebastian's birthday is going to be on the 1st. I'll start you off with one.
That's too soon.
Oh, too early? Oh, my bad. Well,
Negative, kid.
Really?
Yep.
You didn't miss any of the last 2
Nope.
weeks? Nothing?
Nope.
Right on. Hey, well, I'm glad you're black. I'm glad you're black.
I am at dark.
Yeah, right? I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you guys had a safe trip and everything went really well. And we will see you guys next week. Same bat channel, same bat time. Love you guys. Bye.